What's up, YouTube? Big Dog Brett. I know I haven't made a video in a while, but hadn't been a whole lot going on with football, so it wasn't really any reason to make one. I do want to go over the amazing 2018 recruiting class that we just come up with. Normally, I don't write notes down. I mean, sometimes when I'm doing score predictions and stuff, if I'm doing a bunch of teams or I'm doing a top 20 list or whatever of who's playing that weekend and what I think the predictions will be, I'll do that. But I had to write some of this stuff down or pull it up, whatever you want to say. But man, there's just a plethora of amazing talent that we brought on. So first of all, I'm gonna run through the whole list real quick as I can. You know, there's a lot of players, so a lot of talent out there. So I'm gonna touch on some of this stuff. First thing I want to talk about is Justin Fields. Obviously, everybody knows we've had Justin Fields for a while. He's been locked down. He's been an integral part of helping us get other players to come to Georgia. And depending on which sites you look at, some sites have him listed as number one. Some sites have the quarterback that went to Clemson as the number one rated recruit in the nation. But their point score is 1/10,000th of a point difference between the two, which I don't see how you can really differentiate the two on that, but whatever. So Justin Fields, obviously he's dual threat quarterback. Zamir White, running back. He blew his knee out last game of the season in his high school career, but UGA staff's been taking care of him ever since, so I think he'll be up and fine and running. Cade Mays, if you don't know who Cade Mays is, he's absolutely a monster offensive tackle guy. 6'6", 318 pounds, 5-star recruit, originally out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Was originally committed to Tennessee and then flipped back to Georgia. Brenton Cox is out of Stockbridge, Georgia. 6 foot 4.5. Trey Hill out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Offensive guard, 6'3". I'm going to come back to Carius Jackson. I think it's Devade Wilson, cornerback, 6 foot. Warren Erickson, offensive corner, I guess, OC, whatever. 6'4", 290, and Devontae White, defensive tackle, 6'3", 300 pounds. Now you're gonna see something here as I go through the list that Georgia has added a amazing amount of size. With one of the things that Kirby Smarty kind of talked about they wanted to do. Looks like they did a really good job of going out and finding these guys. Now I'm going to jump back to Carius Jackson. He's also from Phoenix County, and the other cool thing is that a lot of these guys are from Georgia. So Kirby Smart's doing an excellent job of recruiting from the hometown here. Carius Jackson, wide receiver, 5'11", 5'11 and a half, so almost 6 foot, 203 pounds. Carius Jackson is fast. I believe he runs a 4.40, so he's pretty quick, which is something you need for a wide receiver. But I had been noticing all year that I was kind of questioning the height size on some of these guys. Now, Carius Jackson, when he went to the training camp, he didn't really think that he was going to be able to compete with the other wide receivers, but he went to that training camp or whatever it was, and, man, he showed out. The guy's got some skill. I'm going to go to an offensive guard, Jamari Sawyer. Offensive guard, 6'4", 342 pounds. He's a 5-star. We got a cornerback at 6'2", 180 pounds, 5-star. And I'm not going to name all the stars, and everybody's either a 5-star or 4-star. And some of these 4-stars are so close to being 5-stars, you might as well consider them being a 5-star, in my opinion. Offensive linebackers have they have picked out some really tall guys. Adam Anderson from Rome, Georgia, offensive linebacker, 6'4", 214 pounds. Quay Walker, which went to Chris County, and Chris County is actually really close to my stomping grounds where I grew up, just one county over. If you guys get a chance, go watch his commitment video if you haven't seen it already. He pulls a nice little he pulls a pretty smooth move the way he commits to Georgia. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Go watch that. You'll enjoy it. He's 6'4", 236 pounds. James Cook out of Miami, Florida. He's 5'11", 180 pounds. Not a huge guy, but whatever. Luke Ford, Carterville, Illinois. He's a tight end, 6'6", 248 pounds. Otis Reese, offensive linebacker, 6'4", 200 pounds. Channing Tindall, which I'm sure he's going to get called Channing Tatum, inside linebacker, 6'2". Aziz Ojulari, let's see, what is he? He's a defensive end, 6'4", 242 pounds. Nadab Joseph, cornerback, 6 foot. Well, might as well say 6'2". Tommy Bush. Now, this is the guy that I was so surprised when we got. I'm glad that we got him. I didn't think Georgia was a front runner for this guy. Tommy Bush comes in, wide receiver, at a position that I feel like we desperately need some height at. 6'5". My man, 6'5". Now, if you go back and you watch his high school highlights, he looks kind of lanky when he runs. He doesn't look that fast because of his body size, but he actually runs a 4.40. The guy can move, and I'm sure that after Georgia has some time training with him, he's gonna be amazing. And by the way, this guy looks cut. I mean, he looks like he's already spent a year in college. So I'm sure after we get some coaches on, coach and training staff on him, or strength and training, he'll be even better. Chris Smith out of Hattville Charter, which is around Atlanta, Georgia, cornerback, 5'10", 169 pounds. This guy's a little undersized, but he's a 4-star. I mean, he's got good football knowledge. John Fitzpatrick, tight end, 6'6". Right? Now, you remember I was telling you they was putting some size on the offensive line? Owen Condon, offensive tackle, 6'7". Oh man, 600 pounds. That's a big boy. Whew. Terrell Walther, defensive tackle, 6'4", 277 pounds. Jake Camarda, 6'2", 175 pounds, out of Norcross, Georgia. So that's your whole list of recruits. If you get a chance to go back and look over, and I don't even think that's all of them, because I'm not seeing, is Reese on here? Reese isn't even on this list. I think Otis Reese, excuse me. Did I skip some? I must have skipped some. Quay Walker. No, I went through them. Yeah, it looks like I went through them. I don't know. Anyway, man, what an amazing signing day. Took the first spot away from Alabama. First time this happened in 7 years. Also, some other teams came in ahead of Alabama. So what does that mean? Some people want to say the dynasty's dead. I don't know about that. I can't say that. And it's like it was right after the Georgia game where it came down to the wire. I honestly believe we had a championship caliber team there, and we could have won that game, but we didn't. But looking at the talent moving forward, I think Georgia's got like 7 5-stars. And depending on whichever site you want to look at, out of all the players we have, depending on the site, combine them all together, we have as many as 10 5-stars, depending on how you add them up. Some sites have some guys listed as 4-stars, some guys have them listed as 5-stars. The other sites have it the other way around. So when you weigh it out, it just depends. Georgia locked down the top spot. Anybody wants to argue that point, feel free to give me a call. We'll discuss it, and then I'll tell you how wrong you are. A historic signing day. I'm really excited to see that Kirby Smart was able to go out there and recruit the way he did. I think a strong performance. Definitely helped lock down these other recruits. Some of those guys flipped from other schools, which is crucial to being able to go out and find that kind of talent and bring it back into the state of Georgia. So looking forward, I'm going to make some more videos about predictions for how I think we're going to do. Also do some follow-up stuff. Hopefully everybody can stay out of trouble over the spring and summer. As the rest of winter and spring and summer. We certainly don't want to get into an issue where somebody's ineligible because of a can't keep their nose clean. Let's see. No really big coaching staff changes, which is good. I was kind of concerned we were going to lose some coaches. Doesn't look like we really lost anybody. You can obviously tell Kirby Smart's doing a really good job of implementing his mentality. These players are buying into it. And I looked at the stats. It was like out of the top 41 players, top 41 recruits in the nation, Georgia picked up something like ridiculous, like 9. And I think the next closest was, I think, Ohio State with 6 or 7. And I think Alabama only picked up 5. I can't remember exactly, but it is what it is. But 9 players, I mean, that's huge out of the top 41. Looking forward, I think it's going to be really interesting. The want to see what Justin Fields does in training camp. I'm going to do my best to go to G-Day. Really looking forward to seeing these guys out on the field. Looking forward to the new year coming up. And I think everybody ought to be on notice that the amount of talent that Georgia's got on the field is just getting better and bigger and faster and stronger. And you saw what Kirby Smart did with what he had already. He continues to recruit like he's recruiting. It's going to be hard for anybody to compete with Georgia. I mean, that many 5 stars, that many 4 stars. Best signing day Georgia's ever had that I can find anywhere. Just absolutely amazing performance on the recruiting staff. My hat's off to you guys. Thank you so much for your hard work. I know the Georgia fan base loves it. Other than that, guys, hit a like, hit a subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you don't like it, tell me you don't like it. When trash talking in the comment section, feel free to jump down there. I'll jump down there with you and trash talk some too. I like it. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for taking time to spend a little time with me today. And as always, go Dogs.